Hello and welcome. I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. If you are new to my videos, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoy it. Please hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you can see when I post new videos. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you very much. Please, also, if the music is too loud, let me know. I've been tweaking it a little bit lately. I think I completely forgot it the last two videos, but I do have it playing. I'm trying to keep it just a real low in the background, so if I happen to not be talking, it's not dead air. All right, so today, first off, a little about my channel. I do floss tubes normally on Wednesdays, and I do stitch with me's on the weekend. It's never a set day. Sometimes they're live stitch with me, sometimes they're videos, sometimes they're both if I have the time. I like to show anything I happen to get finished, what I'm currently working on, plans that I want to work on eventually. Like if I get a new pattern that I know I'm going to start soon, I will bring that up. But mostly it's just, current progress I make throughout the week, and the stitch with me's on the weekend because I enjoy making the videos and just chit-chatting. Alright, so before I start stitching, I'm going to show the sleeping kitty behind me. Simon has decided to grace my presence with his nappingness. Alright, let us get started here. Today we are working on my Elephant Biscornu. I have multiple small projects. If you haven't been watching my channel, I have multiple small projects that I'm trying to get done before Christmas. And then I have a bunch of, like, 3 HAEDs and another large project. So I have decided, so that I can make sure that I get these finished, I'm going to start putting more time into these. Normally I only work on them during my work day, because I work from home, so I have a little bit of free time. I'm gonna go ahead and start stitching while I talk. So I have a little bit of free time when I'm working, waiting, I work kind of a call center, tech help type stuff. So when I'm waiting for calls, sometimes I have a little bit of time between that I can put like 1 or 2 stitches in, and then break times and lunch. So I normally get about 100 stitches in the full 8-hour day between breaks and lunches and a little bit of downtime between calls. So I've decided, even in the afternoons when I get off work, I'm going to start working on these as well. At least make sure I get another couple of 100 stitches into each project. So if I work on this one during lunch, then I'll work on my other one after, in the evening, like one of my other 2. I'm about, for this section of the pattern, I'm about 60% done, but I still have the back side to do. So I would say I'm only about 40% done on this total, because the back sides shouldn't take as long as this one. Maybe, we'll see. Then on my other project, I've hit 70% done, I believe. So I'm hoping in 2 weeks that one will be done. So we will see. This one I've been kind of doing a little odd. I've been doing all the outlines on the colors, so that basically all I have to do is just stitch without having to worry if I'm stitching too many, too few, you know, just trying to make sure that I'm keeping, I don't make a mistake, but makes me have to think less on the project. All I have to do is finish this elephant and do one more in a little right in the upper part over here, and then I'm done with this side. Come on. There. All right. Gotta lower my chair down just a bit. Sorry. Make sure I can see what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm not at the right angle, I can't stitch very well. And I prefer to have them a little over mid chest high. Can't have them any closer than that or any further. If it's any closer, it bothers my hands. If it's any further, it bothers my eyes. It makes me lean over too much. Or any lower, further, words. So yeah, my goal right now is I really want to get these done for Christmas. So I'm going to have to put my bigger projects to the side more often than not. Trying to pull that thread out. Even though I spent quite a bit of time last week on my Kitten and the Rose. I got obsessed with it. I was enjoying the stitching on it. And then yesterday I restarted one of my HAEDs again. But it kind of got put on the I have things to frog on it. Somehow I've gotten messed up on where things are supposed to be at. But I've been trying to start diagonal and it's not working very well. So I might have to start out in the diagonal squares. Just do square by square diagonal until I get a few rows going, and then turn it into a regular diagonal and go from there. Let's see. Yesterday we went to a Halloween party. Keep getting it caught. I love my scroll frames, but when I have extra long thread, I always catch it on the ends of them, causing an issue. So yeah, we went to a Halloween party yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't know anything about it very early, so I didn't even really have anything to dress up as. So I don't know. I had fun. It was neat looking at everybody else's costumes. Some people went all out. It was really cool. They had a contest there to see who had the best costume. So I kind of wish I would have known about it a little earlier, so me and my husband could have kind of dressed up as a couple costume type thing. Pretty sure there's some out there that we could have chosen together that he would have been alright with. But, oh well. Since we know about the party, they should have it next year so we can prepare for it. So, trick-or-treating, I don't think any of my kids are really going to do it this year. My oldest is currently at work. Or sorry, my middle daughter is currently at work. And normally by the time you go trick-or-treating, my oldest is already asleep because she's a night owl. She'll stay up late. Normally she wakes up about midnight. So I think we might just go and you know, buy some Halloween candy for them. My son's not really interested in dressing up and going to go trick-or-treating. He just wants to, you know, like, he's more than happy to spend time in the house with us. He just wants me to come down and watch TV with him. So when I get done with this video, that is my goal. I'm going to go down and I'm going to find something to watch that he'll enjoy. Go back to stitching, because that's basically the only way I watch TV, is to run something in the background. I'm just trying to debate on what I'm going to stitch. So we will see. Okay, let's see. Any other? I've started consistently making it to the gym during the week. I go Monday through Friday, probably about 30-45 minutes after I get off work. I actually talked to a trainer last week, because I'm not really, you know, I don't really care if I lose any more weight. I'm okay with where I'm at weight-wise. I just want to tone up where, you know, I'm just kind of flabby. If I lose a little more weight in the process, I'm not going to complain. But it's not a goal. I just want to work my core and, you know, lose some of the flabbiness that you get when you're fat. I don't know. We already eat fairly healthy because of my husband's diabetes. To keep it under control, basically everybody in the house eats healthy. We might not eat the correct portions of food, but we eat, you know, healthy food. You know, most of our food consists of like basically high protein diets. You know, most of the food is high protein. Sometimes we don't. Like, we had chicken spaghetti the other day, and that was definitely not diabetic friendly, but splurging every now and then is not that big of a deal. My husband only ate it one night. The kids finished it off the next day. Actually, my son Jay, he loved the way I made it and like finished it off. Like, he kept coming back throughout the day going, "Can I go get another plate? I want another plate. Can I get another plate?" So, and I've always been the type where it's like, if you're hungry, eat it. That's what it's there for. Unless I've got it actually designated for supper the next night. Very rare do I not let them just eat until they're don't want to eat. But my son is also a skinny reed. He's considered underweight. He's 14 and he's like 5'8", I think, 5'10". He won't stand up straight when we try to measure his height. He's always kind of slunched over. So we never get an actual accurate weight or height. So he's like a scrawny little reed. Don't know if he's actually, I think he might have seen him in a couple of Stitch With Me's, because he was messing with the cat behind me one day, I believe. But I get those mixed up if that's the Stitch With Me's or the Zoom meetings that I do, because I do those on the weekend with one of the Facebook groups I'm in. let's see. It's hard to believe that it's already the end of October. Like, that's one of the reasons why it's like I've got to focus all of next month on getting these Christmas presents done. Because I don't want to be working on them at the last minute and then not being able to give them because I didn't get them done. So that's one of the reasons why they are fixing to become my main focus. Yeah, even I have to like just grab one and work on that. Only that for a week. I don't even know if I could do that. They're not hard. I just get bored with the patterns, and I like my full coverage, but full coverage is not something that I can just do in a couple of months and for Christmas. So, yeah. I know there's one I haven't worked on in a while. It's my printed cross stitch. I had planned on that being a Christmas present, but when I realized there's no way I would have that done by this Christmas, so I've moved that to next year's Christmas present. So I have the rest of this year, rest of next year, to proceed to work on that counted cross stitch. All right, so we are done. So I'm going to do the loop finish on this. And then I'm just going to kind of pull it off to the side, because I do have to flip this to finish it. So I'm just going to pull this off to the side because I don't want to flip the pattern over. So let's mark that. I have finished that portion of it. Alright, so now we're going to do the ear, which is this color. There we go. I really don't think I even stated what day it was. I think that was my first video before I retook it because I didn't like the way I started out. Today is Halloween. If I'm filming this on Halloween. Now, I didn't film yesterday because we went to that party and we didn't make it home till 3 a.m. I am not used to being out that late, so that was a fun experience. I didn't have a problem with it. It was a unique experience, that's for sure. Won't be staying out that late very often because I am not a late owl. So let me kind of explain. I'm starting my new thread. I'm starting here. I do kind of like a waist thread, I guess is what they're called. I may be wrong on it, but this is what I call it. I do a waist thread when I have enough stitches that I can cover it. If I don't have to cover it, I will do a loop start to start it off. Alright, which you do a loop start just a little opposite of the way you do a loop finish, and that just got in my way. Put that over there, it won't do that anymore. Fuzz. Fun. Alrighty. Alright, so I go down here, I go a couple of stitches away from where I'm going to be working. I'll go anywhere between 5 stitches away to 2 or 3 stitches away. Just enough to cover the section. And then I pull that to where you can barely see it. Then I do this, praying that I don't pull it all the way through. There we go. And then I am on a full stitch pattern now. Pull this down. Threads up. I have my thread extremely long, but works out most of the time. Sometimes it messes up and will break in half partially through my stitching, but most of the time it doesn't. So now everything is good to go. Sometimes I'll still have the end sticking out, and I'll just like flick it in the back until it comes to go, you know, comes out showing in the front. All right. And so there's this. I'm really not sure how this is going to turn out because I've never done a Biscornu. I'm looking forward. I'm hoping it turns out okay because I'm doing two. So I've got this one and then I got the rainbow one. I've gotten less done on the rainbow one. I don't really like the pattern very much. I don't know if it's just because the colors are pastel, which they're beautiful colors. But I don't know if it's the pattern or exactly what it is. I tend to have to like make myself stitch on that one. So like what I've started doing, like when I have this pattern out, like I would stitch one strand, like I would stitch 100 stitches on this one, then I would stitch 100 stitches on that one, and just flip back and forth like that. Because with them being on the same scroll bar, it makes it easier. Because they're both on the, you know, I decided to use, I had enough fabric to do both of them on this same piece of fabric. And I didn't see the sense in cutting it off and trying to deal with splitting edges and stuff like that. I just figured I'd start on it as it is. Let's see. Nope. My daughter bought my husband an early birthday present, or Christmas present. So we are soon to have a 3D printer that works in the house. We have one, we can't get it to, it's a resin printer, and it keeps dropping the projects. And we've done everything, every test that we can try, but it is a bit old. We have had it for a couple of years. So my middle daughter pulled her funds together and went ahead and bought him an early Christmas present so that he can start 3D printing. Can you get that? Just keeps looping over this scroll frame. And so we should have that this week. I'm actually going to try printing stuff on it myself. I want to see if I can start creating thread drops and stuff like that. Because I have some, you know, using the paper ones are fine and all that, but they get destroyed fairly easy. So if I can do resin ones, they take a lot more to destroy. You know, it might take a little more work because I'm not quite sure how I would write my thread colors on it, but you know, it's one of those things where it's kind of a test and see. We'll just have to see how it works. Probably print out one of them and then see if the writing with a permanent marker will work or if it's too much of an issue. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's one of those no easy answer on resin. I've not really messed with resin or 3D printers before, so we will see. Alright, I'm gonna go up this way and then back down. Trying to make sure I keep my fingers out of the view. I know I have a bad habit of that sometimes. Has been an interesting experience learning to stitch with fake nails because I got a full set of acrylics done the other day. I did tipped nails. I really enjoy the color blue, so when they showed me this color, I was like, yes. I almost went a full nail color of it, but I decided I'd rather do the tips. I'd never done tips before. I am looking into a way to like possibly get dip coloring for my nails so that I don't have to go to the salon to do it, because that's a lot of money. And that's just something like I splurge on every once in a blue moon. This is the first time I went to get my nails done. I think 2018 was my last time, maybe. I think I got them done once when I was working. Sorry if you hear anything in the background. My husband is being a goober. Hold on. Close my door so maybe you can't hear him downstairs. He's playing with Jay. But yeah, I like having my nails done, but I don't like spending an arm and a leg to get it done. And my oldest daughter really enjoys playing with nails. Like she'll buy her fake nails all the time and try to play and put them on or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe if I get the product, she can start doing the nails for me and start learning how to do some real cool designs and stuff like that, so I can show off how cool her work is. So we will see, because it's like cost, I don't know, over 50 bucks to get my nails done, which I understand. It's a good chunk of work putting on acrylics and stuff like that, and all the work that goes into making them look right. I like the place that we ended up going to. It was a really good place. I have no issue going back. I just don't like spending money that could be spent on something else that'll last even longer, you know. But yeah, It's just one of those things. Okay. Alright, let's see. What? The last time we were talking, I think the cats still had, I think we were still dealing with the cats being fixed. I think Simon's been free for a while now. He got free of his cone of shame probably 4 days after his surgery. Because I took his cone off and, you know, he never really licked himself, and so I just, as long as he wasn't agitating his scars or stitches or anything like that, I didn't see the sense in keeping him in the cone of shame. Now, Aries, hers being an actual surgical incision on her belly is a little different. You know, male cats always have it easier than the female cats. So she had hers on for the full 2 weeks, mainly because she ended up getting her cone off. We had her in a little kennel cage, but I wasn't, she was actually in the other room, because I couldn't have her in the office because Simon would come in and try to scratch the tent. It's a little cloth tent that she was in, or a cloth panel. I'm putting my fingers in the way, I apologize. Like it's not very well made. It was just a little $15 little kennel to keep her in temporarily. But she had ended up getting her cone off. I don't know how long she had it off, but she agitated her stomach really bad. And to the point where I almost thought we were going to have to call the vet and take her in again. But luckily, we got her cone back on, and I found a bandage that I could wrap her up in as well. So if she happened to get her cone off, she still couldn't get to her cut. But luckily, Thursday, exactly at her 2-week mark, everything looked good to go. And I took the cone off, and she didn't even attempt to lick it once. She's probably cleaned it a little bit, but not, you know, digging at it cleaning. So, and I looked at it, looked at it continuously throughout the day that day and the next day. Now it's just a little, you know, healed scar. So they're all super happy to be free, no longer being forced to stay in you know, somebody's room. Both of them can get together. They can, sorry. There we go. They can hang out again, play together, sleep together, which, you know, I love that fact because they were always close. It's just when she went into heat, we had to separate them so that we didn't actually end up with a litter of kittens from brother and sister. So, but now we'll say Simon gets a little jealous if she sleeps in here, because he normally sleeps with me, but if she's in here, he will not sleep with me. He goes and lays off somewhere else and kind of just glares at me going, why is she in here? Now, if I leave my bedroom door open and they can run in and out as they please, then it's a little different. But I don't like sleeping with my door open. I always have to shut it. I don't know. It's something I've done for years. I just want my door shut. That way I don't know, I get woke up if somebody opens it, and I don't have to worry about somebody standing in my room staring at me. I don't know who would stand in my room and stare at me, but I don't know, just one of those things. Alrighty. Let's see, can I do this hand? My other hand's getting a little tired being underneath like that. Nope, that hand just blocks the whole view. I need to look into another angle for my camera. Maybe more behind me instead of in front of me. I don't know. Worry about that at a later date. All right. The elephant is coming along. He's looking so pretty. Oh, wait. All right, let's see. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I'm kind of almost out of conversations. Let's see. Sorry guys, I keep bumping that. Let me see if I can move it up a little bit. Maybe I won't bump it now. Probably will, just because I don't want to. It's always how it seems to go. All right, let's see. My daughter, well, we went and visited my mom a few weeks ago, and she gave us a jalapeno plant and a small cherry orange tomato plant. We've gotten a couple jalapenos off of it when we first got it home. We haven't gotten any more. And then the tomato plant, we've gotten quite a few of the little orange tomatoes off of it. So now my daughter is trying to get things together so she can get some more plants put together. She likes growing things. So, we'll need to pick up a glow light for her so that during the winter time they have good lighting, because it can't be outside because it's way too cold. And then truthfully during summertime they really can't be outside either, because neighbors love to come up and take them. Because we had the tomato plant outside. It had one tomato that was getting ready to be ripe. My husband looked out the window and found the neighbor kid fixing to pick the tomato off the plant. And my husband laughed because he's like, he tapped on the window to get the kid's attention, which had the kid look up and then like flee like the devil was after him. So can't leave plants outside because neighbor kids will get them, and then if the neighbor kids don't get them, the pets at the let get roam a little bit without being on a leash will get them. So Yeah. Alright, so we are coming to the end of this color. So I will be doing the loop finish with a a pin stitch, because I have area here that I will be stitching over. Wasn't able to do that over here because I had nothing. Well, I could have tried to feed it up to there, but I think it'll just go underneath. Alright, so the last stitch here, this color, so we're going to go up this hole, down this hole, I go up this hole, then I'm going to go back down this hole, and then up adjacent to it. Cover the needle. There we go. And now that is the loop. And now we're going to go back down and pull it taut. So now you can't see the knot that I did. And then I'm going to go here and there, right through the fabric. And then I normally come up here through the fabric again. And now we're going to cut this off. And we will stitch over that and you won't even be able to see it. Let me add this back to my card. So that when I do the next elephant, I've got it. All right, let me mark what I've done. Sorry, my tablet is connected to my cross stitch stand, so when I click on it, it wobbles everything. All right. So far, that has given me 142 stitches. All right, so actually, this is probably going to be the end of me. It was just a nice little short stream. Not really sure what else to talk about, so I am going to go ahead and cancel this. Turn off. Let's go ahead and scroll out so you can see the rest of the picture. Move that so. But as you can see, I have this elephant to finish, the little blue in here to finish, and then this out here. Which tonight I'm tempted, don't normally do that, but I might do the outline for here and then start outlining here. No, I probably won't. I'll probably just finish this elephant. So I'm hoping, my goal is Wednesday to have this one completed and be in the process of starting the back pattern of this. So we will see on that. I'll have to like do another grid down here, but I think what I'm going to do, instead of doing this, I'm just going to do this and just mark it with my pen instead. I couldn't find my pen when I was trying to grid on this, so that's why I ended up gridding with the thread. But I found my pen, so I prefer gridding with it more than the thread. But I have found that I don't need to do the whole lines for the grid anymore. I can just do the dots and it still works, because I can still point where I'm at. Because a lot of times when you're doing the lines, you get way off track. Because that's what I've done with my Kitten and the Rose HAED a couple times. Because I'll do the lines and then like I'll end up the row below it instead. So yeah, we are going to call it quits. Simon is still napping. He's changed his position a little bit. Give him some pets. Hey, Simon. He's like, nope, I'm not moving. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope y'all come back if you're still here. I appreciate you hanging out. And I will see, well, everybody will see me on the next video. Bye, everybody.